Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Susan back with another video. I am going to reveal my top 10 best moments from Avengers Endgame. By the way, spoiler alert, if you have not gone and seen the movie, do not watch this video. I am going to do some spoilers. It's been enough time now. I'm not going to do a full-on review because pretty much everyone's doing that, and I don't want to be like everyone else. And plus, going through all the plot points is really, really long. So I'm just going to do my personal top 10 moments of what I thought were great moments in this movie. So spoiler alert, I am going to say spoilers. If you've not seen it, don't watch this video. All right, let's get to it. Number 10 is Thor as the Dude. Okay, this is a character arc from Chris Hemsworth we were not expecting. It started in the very beginning when it's like a few days or 3 weeks after the snap of the fingers and everyone disappeared, and we see Chris Hemsworth at the table eating some bread. Okay, and what do we do when we feel guilty? Not so great. We eat carbs. That's right. Fast forward into the 5 years later, Thor has pretty much turned into the dude. It was amazing. Okay, he's fat. He's got love handles. He doesn't care about what he looks like. He's become an alcoholic. It is the true guilt that he feels from not killing Thanos when he should have by just chopping off his head. It was a great character arc because this is something that anyone would feel, okay? And even a superhero feels this way. And I just thought it was a fantastic moment throughout the entire film. I loved how they carried it out, the entire movie. And it really showed Chris Hemsworth's diversity as an actor and what he can do. So I really, really enjoyed that moment. And I love at the very end, obviously he's joining Guardians of the Galaxy. And I'm looking forward to seeing what they're going to do. I'm just hoping that him and Chris Pratt aren't going to be constantly going back and forth the entire time, because that might get a little bored, a little, overdone. I'm hoping they keep it fresh, but that is my number 10. My number 9 is when Captain America says, "Avengers, assemble." When he says that, that is like, go. And that's the beginning of the major battle at the end. And that is something that the Marvel fans, like I've said before, I'm not a total fanatic. I do love these movies. I do enjoy them. I've never read any of the comics, but that is something that is in the comics that I guess major fans have been waiting for a really, really long time. And finally he said it. And it just gave me chills. It really did, because this is the moment that we've been waiting for. This is it. This is the final battle. And so when he said that, I just got all the feels. So I really love that moment. My notes are off to the side here. All right. My number 8 moment is Black Widow's death. Now, this was very significant because if it wasn't for her dying, they never would have gotten the Soul Stone. And I know everyone says, oh, Hawkeye could have died. Well, you know what? Black Widow didn't have a family and she didn't have kids. So I understand why she sacrificed herself. This was like her ultimate, get the red off her ledger. She finally did something for the greater good, and she gave herself for the fight. She really stood behind whatever it takes. This was like the hashtag slogan of this entire movie, whatever it takes. And she did that. And, it didn't make me cry in that moment. And but it made me sad because I knew she wasn't going to be there for the final battle. And that is something that, man, if only we could have seen her in that final battle, it would have added so much. I love Scarlett Johansson and I loved her in this part. But I understand why she did what she did and why, they chose for Black Widow to go over. So that is my number 8 moment. Number 7 is when Scarlet Witch and Captain Marvel battle Thanos. Okay, Scarlet Witch is like pissed off. The love of her life is gone. she is out for blood. And then Captain Marvel had her moment with Thanos when he like headbutted her. She didn't even move, okay? And that shows how strong she is. And I think that actually scared Thanos a little bit, that her head did not even move a centimeter, a millimeter, nothing. She stood there and fought him. And Scarlet Witch, she was fighting him. That whole moment that they had right there was just amazing. I loved it, loved it, loved it. Number 6 is at the very beginning of the movie when Captain America and all the other Avengers that are still there are around the table, and they're talking about what they're going to do, how are they going to solve this. And Captain America says, "Let's go get this son of a bitch." And then the Avengers Endgame pops up. The music kicks in. Again, when he said Avengers Assemble, the same feeling I got with "Let's go get this son of a bitch." Chills just went down my spine. The music kicked in. It's like you got psyched and you got hyped up because you know what's going to happen. You know that this battle is going to occur and they're just going to do whatever it takes. And I loved it. Captain America really stood out for me in this movie. He had a lot of great moments, like the Hail Hydra moment and when he was battling himself. Those moments aren't on my list. I'll put them as honorable mentions, but I really loved Captain America in this movie. He really, really grew on me. All right. Number 5, top 5. Number 5 is the girl power moment in the final battle. I loved it. You had all the females lined up, even Pepper Potts in her own Iron Man suit. I was not expecting that. That was amazing. I loved it. You had Valkyrie, you had Captain Marvel, you had the girls from Black Panther, you had the Wasp, you had all the girls lined up, ready to go to do battle. Amazing. I'm just loving how the Marvel Universe is making women at the forefront. And it's really going to be interesting to see who takes over that lead role now that Black Widow is gone. And I don't know how they're going to go further in the franchise. I don't know what their future plans are. I don't know if this is it. I highly doubt it. But it's going to be interesting to see who is going to step up. My guess is either Captain Marvel or Scarlet Witch, because Scarlet Witch is mad powerful. But yet Captain Marvel, it's Captain Marvel. So I'm not really sure. But whoever it is, I will be so. But that was my number 5. The girl power moment. Loved that. I'm so glad that they had that in there. Number 4 is the battle itself. This final battle of all of our Avengers versus Thanos and his army. This is what we've been waiting for. We've been waiting 10, 11 years for this to happen. This was such a satisfying battle. You didn't even know where to look. So many things were happening. This is why you have to go and see this movie 2, 3, 4 times, because you might miss something in the first, viewing, and you just got to go back and see it again and again, because all of your different Avengers are, highlighted with their skills, and they're all using. Oh my God, it's just so amazing. I really have no words for it. It's so awesome. But it did not make my top 3 moments. It's number 4. Number 3 is the moment that Captain America is by himself. His shield is broken in half. He's clinging on to life, and he is in the dirt, and he is by himself because everyone, Iron Man's down, Thor is down. It's just him. Thanos comes up with his army behind him, and Captain America gets up like, yeah, I'm going to take you, son of a bitch. I'm going to get you. And then all of a sudden you hear, Cap, it's Sam on your left. Yes, that's the moment we've been waiting for. That was the big payoff. I loved how they did that when they did on your left, And then all of a sudden you see the people from Black Panther, and then Falcon flies in, and then all of the Avengers come in. You see Doctor Strange and Scarlet Witch and Spider-Man. This was the moment that, oh my God, it was such a satisfying moment. I loved this. They did an excellent job. Perfect. Number 2, this is apparently in the comics a very iconic moment. I didn't even know that this happened. The first time I went and saw it, when Captain America got Thor's hammer. The first time I went to go and see it, this was the only moment that my theater reacted to. When he got that hammer in his hand, everyone gasped, okay? And I had no clue that Captain America was even capable of doing this. Apparently, it's because if you're worthy. And that moment was just incredible. And this was right before the on your left, scene happened. This was right when Thor was about to get his own axe, Stormbreaker, in his chest. And then boom, the hammer comes in, slams Thanos in the head, and, boomerangs back to Captain America's hand. That, talk about chills. Oh my God. That was amazing. These two, the directors, the production team, everyone that worked on this movie really gave the fans what they wanted to see. That was a moment that was incredible. Oh my God. I honestly have no words. My number 1 moment, obviously, I am Iron Man. That has to be the number 1 moment. Robert Downey Jr. playing Iron Man. First of all, he's amazing. They're talking Oscar nomination for him for this movie. I hope he gets it. I hope he wins. Like, the whole Iron Man, I Am Iron Man, the flick, his death scene with Pepper Potts, his funeral, and all of the cameos. Oh my God. That whole 10 minutes was incredible. And honestly, it just went full circle. I mean, this franchise started in 2008 with Iron Man, and we had no idea what was to come. We didn't know if it was going to be successful or not. And Robert Downey Jr., isn't he still on drugs at that point? No. He was clean. He owned this role. He came to play. It was amazing. And because of him, this whole franchise kicked off, and we got all these amazing characters. And for him to say that iconic line, I am Iron Man, the last words in the first one, the third one, I don't know, but unbelievable. And I will admit, I didn't cry the first time I saw it because I was so tired, because I saw it really late at night. But today when I went, I did cry. I cried at the moment where he was dying and Spider-Man, Peter Parker, came to talk to him. That is when the waterworks were really flowing, because you could see the love and the relationship that those two characters had for each other. And it was so sad, but it was so appropriate that Iron Man sacrificed himself to save everybody. And it was a wonderful moment. I loved how Gwyneth Paltrow as Pepper Potts did not overreact. She wasn't like, oh my God, Tony. There wasn't any of that. She knew that this was his destiny. She knew it. He knew it. I think we all knew it. And it was just a really wonderful, pure moment. And then with his funeral, with all of the people there, celebrating him, his life, and the little cameos, it was just, I honestly just don't know I don't know what else to say. It was a wonderful, wonderful moment, and how they wrapped up the entire movie was fantastic. I'm probably going to go and see this movie one more time in the theater because it is so worth it. And they wrapped up the movie so well, and I loved it. So that is my top 10 moments list. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, like, subscribe, and comment, and you have been reviewed.